and this is day number 355. And if it's your first time tuning in, my name is Jordan Avias. I am the founder of dayNumber, and I've been documenting my journey for the last 355 days here on YouTube, and then also since day number 170 on my own platform, dayNumber. And usually what I talk about is what happened each day, and also basically what do you call it, gonna happen today of what I'm building with dayNumber. And then I talk about life, business, just whatever comes up as well, right? So but yeah, yesterday didn't what happened yesterday? Yesterday didn't get much done. I think I was actually working on a couple things. I was a little bit frustrated. My laptop was really slow, but there's no excuse, really. Every day I say I'm gonna continue messaging people and everything like that, but I ended up working on trying to build out like the school community that I'm building right now. So essentially, it's like, what do you call it? Yeah. So essentially, what's going on is I'm rebuilding the school community that I started back probably like 30 days into what I was building back when I started 355 days ago. And essentially the main idea that I had before when I first started the community was I was going to do like a monthly pitch competition where there's like a prize pool, and then essentially every month, a founder, the community gets to vote who wins like the competition or like the demo day or whatever. It's like a pitch competition. So I did that, and then in December I actually ended up deciding to build a platform, where people can log what happened each day, just like what I'm doing right now, but through text format. And then I decided to do that. And so I was working on that, and then for the first like couple months, like I was onboarding users and everything like that. And then I stopped really participating in school. I wasn't sure how to integrate school, but now it all kind of like has come together, because in the beginning, 355 days ago, I was actually planning to build a fund, and I wanted to build like a network and a community, and I wanted to build like a documentary series of like people who have gone from broke to billions, and like go behind the scenes of like how that actually happened, and I wanted to raise like a $10 million fund. But then I pivoted to like making this community eventually, and launching the fund. And then now, and then after that, I went to building out the platform, and then now I'm back to like the community, and also have the fund in place. Like the fund is not in place yet, but I'm actually in the process of gonna build that. So what's going on, everyone? Hello, hello, hello. And I'm driving right now, so if it's, I apologize if you can't hear what I'm saying. Or can you guys hear me? Put a 1 in the chat if you guys can hear me right now. Put a 1 in the chat. You guys can hear me? Welcome. So yeah, where are you guys all tuning in from today? Actually, where's everyone tuning in from? That's what I want to know. I always want to know that. I'm actually on my way from Mississauga to back to Hamilton here, if you guys are familiar with Ontario. But yeah, like I never earlier. I was talking about 65 days, and so 354. All my videos I always talk about raising a fund, helping founders, helping them fulfill their mission with what they're building, but I never knew how it was going to turn out. So the one thing that I wanted to talk about today was I just came back from a visitation of one of my dad's cousins, first cousins, kids, like niece. So it's basically his niece. So my dad's niece, which is kind of, I guess, my second cousin, you can say. I think that's what you would call it. It would be like my second cousin, I think. And yeah, it was sad. She was only 34 and she passed away. We don't know the details of like what happened, but regardless, at that age, I'm 36 myself. It's like you never know when you're gonna pass away. I was just reading about Steve Jobs, like the last days of his life, and he died at 56. Now he kind of had an inkling, I think, when he was turning 30, that he would live like not the longest life. So that's kind of why he also had the intensity that he had when he was building Apple, right? So knowing that we're all gonna die someday, knowing that you don't know when, those two things combined is you want to make sure that every single day counts. Okay, when you make sure that every single day counts, even if just a little bit, focus towards, let's say, what you feel is your purpose or your dream, and maybe you don't even know that yet, but work on something that needs to get out there, needs to be expressed, right? And that's why you're here on this earth, is to express yourself fully, be present to who you are, and go after what it is that you're looking to do, because you never know. Like, one thing I also tuned into when I was at that visitation is that everybody's talking about their own lives, of what's going on right now. Like, yeah, we talk about briefly about, like, kind of like about the what happened here with um what do you call it, with my cousin. It's sad for the family, obviously, and everything like that. But and then it's like back to, like, boom, like talking about, like, somebody's birthday, and it's like my dad's birthday today. My birthday was yesterday, and then they wanted to go to a restaurant to, like, celebrate my dad's birthday or whatever. And it's like, for me, I was just like, okay, wow, like, it's not that that was the reason why I didn't go for dinner or whatever, but I'm just noticing that like, people, as much as you might think the people that you care about are gonna, care about, like, what you're worrying about right now. Look, they're not even gonna, if you were to pass away, and everybody's gonna be thinking about their own lives. Everybody's too busy with their own lives and what it is that they're doing. Hey, Squadic, what's going on, Squadic? What's going on? And I can't really read your name, so shout out to everybody that said hi so far. What's going on? I'm making sure that I'm focused on the road. So, but yeah, thank you guys. Put a 1 in the chat though if you are, or put a wave at least, so it's like a bigger thing. But yeah, so make your days count. That's what I'm trying to say here, is that when you make your days count every single day as a founder, if you're building something, right, at least, like, you're gonna leave that impact on this world that you're meant to leave. You're gonna have that that mark, whatever it is, whatever mark you're gonna leave on this world that you're meant to leave, that's what you're gonna leave, right? So I would if you're a fan, like, what are you worried about? Woku said, what are you worried about? Nothing, man, nothing. Like, whatever people are worried about, think about, like, whether it's, the bills that you have to pay, how are you gonna, if you're in school, oh, how am I gonna pass this test, or what am I gonna do with my career, or what about my kids, or what of all these things that we are afraid of or are worried about, or we're thinking other people are going to think about something about us, and we end up not doing it, or we stop ourselves from doing it, or saying what we want to say, or do what we want to do, or build the business we want to build. We never do it because we're so concerned about what other people think. And guess what? People think mostly about their own lives and what they're working on. They don't, care so much, like, about whatever it is that you're thinking in the moment that you think is important, right? So you might as well do what it is that you want to do with your life, right? Whether it's your parents, whether it's your spouse, your siblings, your friends, or your colleagues, where you work, your boss, your employees, your staff, anybody that you consider is somebody who you might feel concerned about their opinion or what they're going to say about you. Who cares? Go after it. Go make that post. Go make that phone call. Go do what it is that you want to do, because you never know, how long you have to live on this earth. As even if you believe in reincarnation, it doesn't matter. You're never gonna have a chance to be you again in this body, right? In the physical body that you are currently living, right? So that's the thing, is you only have one shot at you as who you are, and you've been given a unique starting point, right? And from wherever you were born, no matter where you were born in this world, right? No matter where you were born in this world, right? Everybody here has a unique starting point. Okay? Not every, and it's in our own journey that we're gonna see unfold, that we see how it turns out. It's like a movie. Like, every movie is, you might have similar movies that kind of like have the same kind of themes, but it's mostly a different starting point. Same kind of like structure, but there are all different starting points. Even in any novel, there's like millions of novels out there, but each one of them probably have a different starting point, but you don't know, and that's why you start to read, right? So yeah, sorry, I can't really read your text, but thank you guys for chat with each other, while I'm driving. Occupy the chat, please. Someone moderate the chat unofficially, which is great. I'll see the comments after, but shout out to everybody that's commenting, that's liking, that's subscribing. Hit the notification bell because I go live every day. I don't usually drive when I'm talking. I usually walk. I'm usually walking when I'm talking, actually. But right now I am driving, so. But yeah, that's my main message today, guys, is that make every day count. It doesn't have to be something monumental that you do every single day. It doesn't have to be like you've done tons of work, but be present and make the best out of each day. And there's going to be days where you just feel like doing nothing, which is fine, but know that, that's your choice, and that everything is your choice. You've decided, you're deciding every moment, right? Unconsciously, right? There's reality that you keep seeing, right? So if you want to change that, all you have to do is be present and just do what it is that you want to do. Be who you want to, who you are meant to be. Don't stop yourself, right? Right? So, 34 years old, guys. That was my cousin who passed away. And man, like it's not an easy thing to grasp. Especially if you're the family, you're the sister, you're the brother, you're the parents, right? You're the immediate family, right? That's the hardest, right? So you're here to learn and love. Love that. You're here to learn and love. I caught that, right? You're here to learn and love. Learn and love. That's true. I mean, look, we're learning and we're loving. Expressing. That's what love is. Love accepts and allows all things. So when we accept and allow all things within ourselves, even anything that we experience, whether it's pain, whether it's suffering, whether it's joy, whether it's excitement, whether it's adventure, whether it's curiosity, we explore that, we allow those things to arise in us, and we don't see them as us. We don't identify with ourselves as those feelings, or even in this body. We're the awareness behind that, right? The awareness behind that, that stillness, that I amness, and that's who we really are, right? So when we understand that, we're able to experience this life fully and just be a witness to the expression of love that is present, that is constantly being presented. It's just, are we recognizing the beauty of life that is unfolding before our eyes, right? So, embrace it. Embrace it. So, I'm thankful. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for being here on stream number 355. That was my message, is, yeah, man. Make the most out of each day. Make the most out of each day. No matter what it is. Take that chance, take that shot, make that first step. Doesn't have to be a big step. Doesn't have to be like you hit a home run. Just take that first step, right? And if you are a founder and you do want to take that first step as well with me, right, and other founders as well around the world who are took that first step to actually build something that they believe in that could potentially change the world, and they're alone. There's millions of people today starting to build with AI. Building a company, building something that they believe in, a solution or whatever. Maybe they don't think it's going to change the world, but they believe in it enough that it's a problem that can help solve a problem. It's a solution that can help solve a problem that maybe a lot of people are experiencing other than themselves. A lot of times that's why we build things, is because we want to solve our own problem. We want to fix it. And that's why I even created the platform that I created, which was dayNumber, because I seen that by sharing my journey publicly every day, and knowing how many days I've been building, and allowed me to keep going, because there's gonna be days where it's hard like this. And imagine you experience a tragedy like this. What are you gonna do to keep going? A lot of people might give up. Imagine you don't make $1 from your venture for almost a whole year, whatever it is you're building. How are you gonna keep going? How are you gonna even justify to yourself that it's even worth to keep going, right? So that's why I created the mechanism, because this mechanism of me sharing my public journey, my thoughts throughout the journey, right? And this is actually coming to me right now, is that you're seeing the progression of like where my thoughts are at and what's happening. You don't see the day-to-day like a vlog here, okay? I'm just sharing you what happened each day, kind of, I might share some other stuff before, but you see yourself progress, right? So when you do that yourself, I would advise you to make each day count by documenting something. It doesn't have to be on my platform, just even in your own journal, right? Even in your own, like, write it down in your notebook, okay? Maybe what do you call it? You have a notes app, you have something like that. I created one for founders specifically. You can use dayNumber.io, right? There you have a community as well in school, so check that out too. You can check it out. It's dayNumber.io/community. Wherever you want to put it, okay? And then you'll see like, how things kind of evolve, just writing down your thoughts, right? Writing down your thoughts, sharing what happened each day, or taking notes each day. I write down every single day. I have a pen, I have a notebook that I keep, and every day I just write something, like I write towards my goals, whatever. It just helps to get things. That could be the first step, is to manifest that idea or thought onto paper, right? Do it as a hobby, and if it works, then go full time, go full throttle. Yeah, that's that too. You can do that too. Just play around, see, go with the flow. The thing is, there is no method. There is no method that works for everyone for all the time. There's people that, go full throttle, they do a hobby or whatever, they take steps towards doing it, or they just jump right in and do it. They sell everything and then they go do it. They give up everything and they make a decision and say, you know what, I'm gonna go all in and do that. And actually, when you see the best entrepreneurs that have emerged from, over the last how many years, 20, 30, 40, 50 years, have done that. When they actually made a decision to go all in on what it is that they're gonna do, and boom, and launch. But not everybody has to do that. It's everybody. I really, really, really believe that everybody has their own path, their journey. And the main thing I wanted to share with you is that for you to experience it fully, be present. Stop worrying about what people are gonna think. Stop worrying about how it's gonna turn out, because guess what? At your funeral, guess what they're gonna be talking about? Their own freaking lives, and they're gonna be moving on. Even me, look, I'm doing a live stream right now, and I'm still talking about my cousin, right? But what I'm saying is that stop worrying about what other people are gonna think, and start doing what it is that you want to do, what you're passionate about, what you're excited about, what gets you the juices flowing, what allows you to stay up all night to work on something, whatever that is, right? So shout out to everybody here. I can only read like a little bit sometimes here and there, like when I'm on like a stretch of a road. The highway's usually all right, but self-mod the chat if you guys are gonna chat. Some people driving fast here. Where y'all be driving today? I do accents too. What I do for work during the day full time. I'm still working full time. Like what you were saying about doing something on the side. I'm building dayNumber on the side, right? As I'm working a full time job. But when I do sales, I often mimic or mirror. I don't try to mimic like in a mean way or a rude way, or try to like make fun of somebody. But I copy like the way that they speak and their accent sometimes, So I can do like any accent. And beatbox and sing, so maybe that's a thing too. Go like, hang on, let me have a sip of water. I've been talking for a bit. Where are you guys all tuning in from today? Come on, man, we can't let Woku be number one all the time. He's the number one chatter. Okay, how about this one? I don't know what song that is, but I think Ari at Home is live right now. I was just watching him, and that guy is awesome. One day I'll be on his live stream. Okay. Don't go. So, anyways, see, like, why am I afraid? People be like, oh my gosh, this guy's singing. We got Northern Wisconsin. Northern Wisconsin. That's awesome. Northern Wisconsin. Welcome, Northern Wisconsin. What up, what up? We got Canada here. Represent. Yay, we got HD, Jay-Z. Oh, yeah. What's up, man? What's up? Welcome, welcome. See? Like, who cares? Honestly, do what you love, right? That's the example of what I'm talking about. It's like, when I watch Ari at Home, okay, this guy goes on the streets of New York, makes beats on the spot and freestyles, you know, and gets other people to freestyle and also sing as well. And it's like it's magical because there's so many people out there that have talents, and he gives them a stage to actually express that talent that people and then they go viral and then they get known all over the world, you know. But if they didn't take that chance, that shot, you know, to actually just produce something like that, create something like that, if Ari didn't do that, people wouldn't have, you know, been seen, right? But he had something to express. He had something to share with the world, you know, his love. He was doing it at home for since COVID, right? So that's why I would say is like, you never know what somebody else is gonna. You don't know who's gonna be impacted by what you have to share with this world, right? You have no clue, right? So, like, who knew that a guy who was adopted as a child, who grew up in California, was a hippie, okay, and had a passion for art and then also technology, and to combine the two would actually be building this iPhone that I would right now that I'm using, right? Who would have thought? And then this platform, YouTube, came from 3 guys from PayPal after their exit. And one day they thought of, like, I remember it was like an old video of like the 3 founders. Oh man, the connection. Sorry guys. The connection went south there for a second. Yeah. Yeah, the connection went south there for a second. So yeah. Good. All right. So yeah, I mean, imagine 100 videos. I was just listening to the Joe Rogan podcast with Mr. Beast, and he said that about every day, the amount of videos that get uploaded, like the watch time, it would take 82 years or something like that to actually watch all of it, you know, which is crazy, which is insane. You know, that's how much content there is. And before, they were thinking about quitting, you know. So and then YouTube sold for $1 billion to Google, and then now it's worth over 100 billion. You know, crazy, 100x, right? Or I don't know if it's worth over 100 billion. It's probably worth more than that. I mean, Google's a $1 trillion company. But yeah, I mean, it's just insane. Like, you don't know what you don't know about what it is that you have to share with this world, right? You have no idea, and that who it's gonna impact, right? So keep going, guys. You know, don't stop. I mean, you know, if you guys are considering giving up, keep going. I believe in you. If nobody ever told you, I believe in you. If nobody ever told you, I believe in you. If nobody ever told you, I believe in you. Alright, so I don't know who had to hear that, but I hope you heard it. If you needed somebody, if you feel like you need somebody to support you, feel free to reach out. Comment below. Make sure you subscribe. Support one another. You know, if you want to join a community of founders supporting founders, go to dayNumber.io/community. Okay, you'll see the link in my bio, and I'll see you guys there. Have a great rest of your evening. Right now, I'm out. Have a great day, guys. dayNumber 355.